everybody here? Wow, there's a lot of people here. How is everybody? Is the orientation right? Is it okay? Does it look good? How is everybody tonight? Can you hear me? Well, there's 13, 12 people in here. Wow. Everybody, thank you so much for coming to my first live. Give me a 5x5 if anybody can hear me. I just want to make sure I'm heard. Hearts are good. Thank you. Right on. So this is my first stream, so bear with me. A little nervous, but we are going to pan some pay dirt. And I know everybody here is fans of pan and pay dirt and checking some smiley and getting some smiley in the bottom of the pan, and that's exactly what we're looking to do today. I got a bag of pay dirt from B&B Pay Dirt and Prospecting, and I am super excited to crack it open and go through it. Just so you can see, this was a lottery bag. Each bag contained 0.34, 0.34, 0.35, 0.36, or 0.38. And there was one bag that had a bonus bag that had an extra 0.33 added to it. Sorry, the writing's messy and fading off. I've been playing with this bag ever since I got it, just looking at it, waiting to pan it, and here we are. It does have a little inspection window here, so you can see the kind of material we're working with today. Looking at it here, and I am super excited to get this cracked open and start working on it. Now, I won't be able to pay close attention to chat very much because I didn't get my laptop up and running yet. So if you give me like two seconds, I'm going to open my laptop and log on so I can follow chat as well as pan some pay dirt and find some gold. So give me 1 second, just 1 second. But while that is doing its thing, now he did say this was a beginner bag, so there really wouldn't be much classifying needing, but I do like to classify just about everything. But from what I can see, it looks like I should be able to work through it with anything other than just this kitchen strainer that I'm going to use really quick just to pull out the bigger pieces, and then we'll go from there. This bag opens really easy. It was not punctured, it was double bagged, and so it was shipped really nice, and it was prompt and fast. Now, this pay dirt came from Pennsylvania, and so now I know it's not necessarily Pennsylvania pay dirt because I did see some of the ground that he was walking around, because he did show a video the other day, and there's a lot of coal. I mean, like coal just sitting on the side of the mountain. You can just see the coal in between layers of rock. It was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty awesome. So I'm just gonna classify this really quick. I don't know if you can see where I'm at. Yeah, I guess you can still see, so we're okay. Just pull the bigger pieces out really quick. I like this big rock. I'll wash it off. Check it out. My dogger's a rock hound, so I believe it wouldn't surprise me because she knows that I'm live because her sister told her. It wouldn't surprise me if she pops on and says hi. Her name is Skylar. I see gold. What's in this? Just right here. There. Set that right there. And got quite a bit of pay dirt here. Let me go get my other pan so I can start separating this and do it a little bit at a time. Not super little bit, but not as much as a whole pan. Totally unprepared. I knew that would probably happen. So we'll just pan it out of this one. So let's we'll start. Now I already have jet dry in the water. Make sure any fine gold that's there won't float. Wash the dirt off. Let's go. Now I will go through the tailings again just to make sure I do capture all the gold. I always want to make sure that you get your vial as full as possible on the amount of dirt that you have to harvest. Now, Bob just said that this was a beginner bag, so I should imagine it's going to be too difficult, but do keep in mind people's idea of beginner is different from person to person. So my panning skills aren't the greatest, and I'll be the first to admit something like that. But I'd imagine that. I just want to let everybody who's here right now, people that showed up, I just want you guys to know that it is amazing that people showed up. I mean, I knew a couple of people were going to show up, but the amount of people that have shown up for this is just, it's amazing. So I just want to thank you guys, everybody who's here and that will be here through this process. Thank you so much. Oop, I see shiny. Oh, there's some gold right there, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing like seeing gold in the bottom of your pan. Give me 1 second. I'm going to grab the snuffer bottle, which I, of course, didn't grab. And we'll be right back. Come on. Okay. Are you kidding me? The gold is stuck in the snuffer bottle. How's that for shit luck on your first run, huh? Give me 1 second. I'll go grab my other one. And there's still bottom in that. There's still gold in that pan. Oh, you see, I'm missing gold everywhere. I'm just going to move on to the next one. I'll go through this again, which I always do anyways. But I'm not going to let a small couple of pieces of gold keep me chasing. And I'm going to switch pans. I'm better with this pan. Let's try this again. I'm not paying attention to chat. I'm so sorry. Seasoned panners here on YouTube do make this look easy. It is not as, you'd be surprised. It's not as easy as you would think. Ironically enough. And I know I have gold in there still. In the bottom of the things that I left. I know there's gold in there. But I will chase it after the stream when I go through it a second time. You can watch panners, people that do it all the time, and they do make this look rather simple because they do it all the time. And it's everybody's skill set's different. But I already know I'm not the greatest of painters, but that's why I go through my pay dirt more than once because I know I don't get it on the first run. I've got pay dirt in there that is all clay and rock, and I know there's gold in it, but it is hard to get it out of that muddy water, and it takes a lot of time and patience. And as you see, I'm not the most patient person when it comes to painting, and you need patience. It's like the most challenging thing when it comes to gold is not having patience because gold, she is she's the girl next door that treats you good when she wants something and makes you chase it and chase it. And when you finally get it, it's not as much as it should be. And you end up paying for it in the long run because you put in a lot of work. But it's shiny. And in my opinion, it's worth it in the long run. I mean, look, pulling money out of the ground for nothing, if you got a claim like Creed does or like Baron does, you got a claim. You're pulling money out of the ground for nothing. I mean, that shit's just awesome. And you can get a claim, from what I heard, it's pretty easy. But I know there's more to it than what somebody just tells you. There's forms you got to fill out. Stakes have to be claimed. That's what it's called. Or stakes have to be placed. That's why it's called stake and a claim. So there's work, maintenance, reporting, all kinds of stuff. But pulling money out of the ground for free. I mean, how fucking sweet is that? I hear something rattling around in there that is not. Sounds deep. Lots of black sands. I didn't check for magnetics. I'd imagine being a beginner bag, there wasn't going to be a whole lot of black sands or heavies in it in that sense, other than the rocks. And someone not paying attention to chat, but I gotta stop in a second and look at what you guys are saying. I know I should, but it's so hard when you're chasing gold in the bottom of a pan. That's pretty good. Let's pan it back and see if we can find it. I love gemstones. My daughter is a little bit of a rock hound. Well, she is a rock hound. I bought her a rock polisher for Christmas. She loves it, but it takes like 3 weeks to polish rocks to the point where they're good, depending on the rock and how soft it is and what grit you're using. I mean, there's so many different factors when it comes to polishing rocks. It's surprising because it's just a rock. But, I see some gold in there. If you see, my right hand does have a glove on, as to not transfer oils into the water, so I don't have to worry about the gold floating away any more than my lack of panning skills will get it past me. But I see gold. You guys can't see what I'm doing. I should have said something. You probably did. I was not paying attention to chat. Dude, I have jet dry in it. I put jet dry in it. I'll put more in, but I did put jet dry in before I filled it up. I'll load it down. But thank you. I appreciate the advice, but I thought I had enough in there. I just needed more, I guess. Thanks for the text, Bob. Thank you. That's better. I appreciate the help. Can you see me? Thank you. Let me get this cleared and I'll snuff it up, and I gotta check chat. Come on. Can't believe I just did that. So over the years, I found that the great thing about a snuffer bottle, for instance, is you can pick up things with it, like black sand, just black sand and leave the gold. Or if you made a mistake like I just did, so I get gold all over there. Let's just snuffer up this. Which for me is the smart play. And then I'll just peel this back again really quick. And I have more jet dry in there now this time too, so thanks to Bob. Yes, there's all kinds of gold right here. Back. Okay. So just really quick, let me finish clearing this out. Okay. Hey guys. I appreciate everybody here. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry I haven't been paying attention to chat. I didn't even open up my laptop and get it started on the thing like I wanted to. How is everybody tonight? Yeah, I know. Take a breath. I still got more to do, but I know that I've been live for 36 minutes and I'm still going to get ready to do some more. But I just wanted to thank everybody for being here. I mean, there's 14 people in the chat right now. That's amazing. You are all so amazing. Just so you know, I had a really shit time earlier today and I really wasn't going to come on. And a friend of mine called me and said, hey, as a matter of fact, I'll purpleize people here as soon as I get to, get used to doing it all. I'm just let me get things going. I just want to thank everybody. I'm so thankful. I mean, it's just amazing. By the bottom of my heart, you know. Let me smurf some people up really quick, and then I'll pan some more. You know, everybody here is really amazing and supportive. And Skylar had to go to bed. She'll tell me she was on. That's amazing. I'm glad she stopped by. I knew she was going to. But thank you all some more. Just thank you so much. How old am I? I'm a lovely 46 years old. Yep, the big 4-6. My birthday is in December, so oh, AJ, how you doing? Liberty, of course. Of course, Liberty bleeds. Dorothy, thank you for being here. Be well. Thank you for being here. I know. I know. That's it honestly, it's amazing. You're rolling on 49? Yeah, well, we don't get no younger, do we? My dad told me a long time ago, getting old ain't for the weak. Oh, I've panned for a while. I've got a sluice box and stuff. I'm just not that good at it. So I've panned many pay dirts. I've panned Culver. I'm panning Bob right now. I've panned Mammoth. I've panned. Unfortunately, I drank the Clash Gold for quite some time, and finally, after hopping on Miller's channel, I learned that Clash is a special kind of guy. I'll just leave it like that. Anybody here knows who Clash is? Creed, thank you for being here, brother. Bob, thank you for being here. Bob, you are a managing mod, just so you know. B&B. So, not that I would ever have to worry about people in my chat. Everybody here is great. But, you have to have managing mods as well. Nine-finger mining. Oh, I'm so sorry, Alaskan. Excuse me. Did I get the two of you confused? I did not mean to do that. I'm so sorry. I appreciate you being here as well. I thought for some reason that, yeah, you were Creed. So I'm sorry. I appreciate the, and D3 is here too. Let's get you smurfed. You know, Miller has a good point when he talked about Clash. You know, Clash, he does what he does. You know, I mean, honestly, if Clash has a pretty big following, I just wish that, you know, he did better ROIs because, like I said, I mean, I was on the Clash Kool-Aid for a while, but then I found better paydirts. I've panned a Baron as well. Coming up in June, I'm going to California with my best friend, and we're going to go down and work his dad's claims in Northern California. So I don't quite know what the claims look like because they haven't been down there to work them at all. They just were down there when they first purchased them, and they really haven't done anything with them. So I don't know if there's water. If there's water, we'll be running the sluice. If not, if it's mountainous, you know, if there's trees and mountainsides and stuff, we'll be breaking out the detector and bringing a pin and a pinpointer, of course. Breaking out all the stops at that point. So, yeah, I've panned for a while, but like I said, I'm not that great at it. Trust me, I can get through a bag and find most of what it says it's supposed to have on the first run if everything's set right. You know, like I'm panning in my living room right now, where normally I would be panning on my stove, but there's no place to set up a camera in my kitchen like that. So I had to change it up, and I was planning on doing it here when I first decided to do it because I knew I couldn't put a camera in there. But the next time, because I live in an apartment, so the next time I do this, I will have something more set up. I also want to set up a water sluice, like with a pump and a drain mat that I can run here because they're pretty contained. You can, you know, you got a couple of buckets, you got water, you know, and you got a catch bucket, and everything else is pumps and putting dirt in the sluice. I mean, it's not rocket science, but setting something up like that, the problem with that is if something happened and a leak occurred or a bucket spilled over, the amount of water that my downstairs neighbor would have to deal with. Which he's super cool, so I couldn't imagine that he would be too mad, but you know, and that's just if I didn't catch it all before it started soaking through which I'd almost have to leave it there and not clean it up for that to happen. But come on. Come on. Rocks away. Lots of black sand. Well, not lots, but starting to see it more than the blonde. I see lots of gold this time. Now I do know that most of the people that got this bag, I think probably everybody who got this run of these bags, has probably already panned them. And if they have, then they already know who got what bag, right? So you would know. Bob would already know, or B&B would already know who got the bonus bag already. But the fact that there is 0.35 minimum and or 0.34 minimum, and I paid him $55 to get the bag to my door. So that was including shipping, which is insane to get it for that price. So, B&B, thank you. Love you, brother. And it looks like this one's going to be easier to pin back to the last one because, of course, I moved the boulders out of the way, which I would have done anyways. I don't know why I didn't. I actually rushed. I would have normally gone through all 3 phases of my classifying that I do. I'm just kind of anal like that. Just the smaller the obstructions, the easier it is to find, but it takes a lot of the challenge out of doing it. I've found, and I've seen a lot of people just straight raw dog it pan in. So one small step of the classifying and a raw dog. So them sand's moving now. And I just want to thank you for talking me into going on after what happened to earlier. I just want to. You're right. I was better to come on because I was so upset. I wasn't even gonna. There's a piece. I was so upset. I wasn't even gonna come on. So I'm glad. I'm glad you talked me into it, buddy. Thank you. No, I was gonna snuff for that bottle. I can't believe I just did it. Almost there, chat. Almost there. They're going to knock the gold right out of the sand. Oh. All right. My knees hurt. Give me a second. I am finding quite a bit, which is cool. I haven't weighed it up. I don't know how much I'm going to find, but I am finding a bit of gold. I love finding gold. Have you only found 0.34? Dude, it's gold. That's what everybody here understands is it's gold in a pan. And you can never go wrong when you have gold in a pan. Can you? Can anybody go wrong when you got gold in a pan? I mean, if anybody can throw up an argument to that, you just let me know. No, I did not dig this up. This bag I got from B&B Prospecting and Paydirt. He's right there. Yeah, so there it is. And you can see it in the notes or in the chat right there. That's what he does. So even though it says 0.34, he added an extra 1/10 as well. So, how can you go wrong? If you guys want pay dirts, there are plenty of people here in the chat that do sell them. B&B, Gold Baron, Alaskan. I mean, everybody here is smurfed, so you can all dig and click and sub to everybody's channels, and everybody here sells pay dirt. TO sells pay dirt. D3, you dig it up, do you sell it too? Right? Everybody here collects and or sells. So, Alaskan, you collect pay dirt? Do you do the pay dirts as well? Hey, Littlefoot, you rock. And I appreciate you coming in. I really do. And I appreciate your support. And I didn't realize that I didn't smurf you up, so you're smurfed now. So when it starts warming up, which it started to do around here, I'm going to hit the rivers and hit the creeks because the water level gets low, but they're still moving. So it's fast enough to do what I need to do. And out in Gold Bar, I mean, 20 minutes from here, there is a town called Gold Bar. And there are gold mines. There's like 4 or 5 gold mines out there. And just a little past it is a place called Sultan. And they have a whole bunch of gold as well. My buddy lives out in a place called Granite Falls on the Snohomish River. And there's gold there. Down in Mount Rainier, there's a lot of people within here that have stuff down there. Yeah, it's not a competition. Everybody loves everybody and everybody supports everybody here. Littlefoot, so and AAA Woodworks. Everybody here supports everybody. And so I appreciate all the communities that I've been a member of. You know, I'm a stacker, so I'm part of a silver and gold community as well. But I've been doing paydirts for a while. Not advertised. My first one I've ever done live. Thank you for the hearts, people. I love all you guys. I really do. Thank you so much. But I've done paydirts. This is my first one that I've ever done live. Um, B&B is awesome. AAA is awesome. I mean, everybody here that I've talked to within other channels and other, just within this community, everybody here is a family. And I mean family like I thought I had at another place that I realized that now I don't. You know what I mean? That kind of family. And so that is just amazing. It really is. And how can you go wrong with that? You really can't. I still have 11 people here. I've been I've been panning and cleaning rocks and sand for an hour now, and nobody's left. Well, people have probably come and gone, but I'm glad I brushed it off too. I'm glad, um, I'm glad you reached out to me, honestly, because I mean, it really kind of hurt my feelings because that person should have known that he wasn't. I would never do what he was saying that I would do. B Wall, no doubt, dude. I got you, Waller. I didn't realize that was you. And you know what? I'm assuming you saw what happened. Thanks, Alaskan. I appreciate you. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. 3D, thanks for coming in. Um, I got your aluminum heart pour up on my station where I do my stacking channels and stuff. I'm starting to build my little desk. I got Cartier Silver's main thing up there. Um, let's see. FG Stacker made me some molds, so I'm gonna have Humble Stacker silver bars soon. Woodsy, give me a second. I didn't see it. Let me smurf you up. I mean, I would never take from another channel, and I hope that anybody here would understand that I just want to support people that I'm interested in and things that they do that I'm interested in, and that's what this is all about. This is what our community is about: is supporting each other, helping each other grow, and creating a family. That's how I look at it. All you do. Dude, I was just excited that I was coming on and I just wanted to tell people. That's all. 100% Baron. Woodsy, did you ever look up that Vogus guy I told you about that's down in Australia? Woodsy's an Aussie. He's down in Australia, guys. So, what time is it there right now? Probably what? 3 in the afternoon? But he's local to you, or at least on the same continent. He might be able to get you some pay dirt for cheaper than, you know. Kelso Longview. I've been down there many and many a times as I'm heading over to the 101. 2:41 p.m. Saturday. Yeah, I figured it was around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, something like that. Yeah, Baron, I still want to meet up with you sometime. I know you're down south, but I don't go down there that far. I'm in Everett. Yeah, no, it's cool. I'm going to cut. You know, I know it's late for a lot of people here. You're all on Eastern time, and I get that. A lot of people are on Western time as well. Yeah, of course. Of course, Baron. We will meet up. We will, for sure. Even if it's for just an hour and I check out your shop while you're down there. You know what I mean? We'll figure something out. Yeah, see, that's me too. I'm not a face on YouTube kind of guy. Yeah, I know it's late for you too, Cartier. Actually, I met AJ, who is AAA Rockhound. He is he was doing a rock show over in Edmonds, and me and the kids stopped by and checked him out. It was pretty cool. He has a lot of rocks, so if you're interested in gems and rocks, he knows his stuff. He was schooling me just standing there. Snuffer dump. I get it. I get it. Snuffer dump. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm talking. I'm talking. I get it. We can snuffer dump. A second. Just move this over here, which is bigger. No dirt. Just right there for a second. I'll get the other snuffer. Snuffer dump. Sorry, buddy. I know it's bedtime. And I've got more pay dirt to go still, so this is just a preview of what's actually here, you guys, because I've got way more to go, and I'll be panning some more after the show here. All right, let's get everything. Let's get some of this water out real quick. And I grabbed rocks too and black sand, but I'll be honest with you, I'm gonna get way, way more than I'm supposed to. Way, way more. It actually wouldn't surprise me any. Bob if this was the bonus bag, and I'm sure you already know if it is the bonus bag. But just from what I have just here in big chunks, that's what I have just here in big chunks, just out of what I did. And look at how much more dirt I got to go. Look at how much more dirt. That is insane. That is insane. I will have a total reveal tomorrow after I'm done panning all this out. I've got another, I mean, you saw my panning skills. I got another hour and a half worth of work to do just to clean this up and get it going. So, based off of what I see, I'm going to have at least a half gram, if not more. Closer. Gotcha. Check that out. There you go. Just in the small 2 little pans that I did. I'm going to have a lot of shiny. I know I see rocks too. There's rocks. I'm not lying. I snuffered up a couple of rocks when I was snuffering up. I just wanted to get the gold that I saw out of the pan. And I still got to go through the tailings again because I know that the first pan, there wasn't enough jet dry. And Bob sent me a text. He's like, dude, add some jet dry or some kitchen soap or something. So I added more to make sure that I was able to get the gold not floating around. But that's not bad. That's not bad. That very well could be a bonus bag. And I will have a better idea after I pan it all out and dry it. Oh, I'll keep doing it. Trust me. I've got more paydirts to come. I don't know if you know this or not, but I won the Givey over at B&B Paydirt. And then I signed up for a newsletter at Mantis Rock. And like 4 days later, I get a text message or an email saying, hey, you won our weekly drawing. Email us your P.O. box or your address so we can send you a bag of paydirt. So I got a bag of paydirt from them coming here soon too. There very well could be a big picker in there. Honestly, let me look. I can honestly tell you that I know I can pick up at least 1 or 2 pieces in there right now. So I know there is going to be a picker. I've got a piece of gold down here too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to snuffer up the gold part out of there, get the, and just keep working at it. But I'm going to let everybody go. Okay. I got work to do. I know you guys got sleep. I don't have to work tomorrow, so I'm going to be up doing my thing. The bonus bags at a 0.24 picker, I have a lot of dirt to go through still. And trust me, you guys will see. Use a glue smelter. I use a space heater that has a very low fan. And I just let it blow right over the top of the pan. It takes a while, but I like it slow. Dude, Baron, thanks for coming. D3, Life of Gold, Cartier, everybody, dude, thank you all so much. Bob, thank you for coming in. And of course, everybody here can get paydirt if they don't have paydirt. So, or know somebody who does, or they can send you a way they need to. So if you're looking for paydirts, just message somebody within this chat, and you guys will find what you need. Or message me. I'll send you direction, which way you need to go. No, thank you all for coming. You all are amazing, and you showed me the support that I really needed. So thank you. I'll text you tomorrow, bro. D3, thank you. Life of Gold, thank you. 3D Woodworks, thank you. I'm glad you guys came. Life of Gold, of course, thank you. Bob, have a good night. Get some sleep. Everybody, I'm out. I'll talk to you guys later. AAA, thanks for coming in too. Carolyn, thank you for coming in. I'll call you here in a bit. Everybody, thank you all so much. All right, I'm going to cut this thing. Have a good night, everybody. I will send you a pic, dude. Trust me. I will send you a picture. I guarantee it. I'll pan the rest of this tonight, and I'll have it all dried out and cleaned up. You'll see exactly how much I have in the morning. I'll do a reveal, and I've got a mail call for tomorrow as well. I got a package that I've got to put together for a buddy of mine that did some special pours. So I got to get some metal moving. Rut row. What do you mean rut row, Waller? Night, Woodsy. I appreciate you, dude. Thanks so much for coming in. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. And send me an email, or I'll send you an email after I get some stuff moving for you too. Waller, thanks again. Night, Bob. Everybody, good night, you guys. I'll see you later. Thank you so much for coming in. All right, bye.